and sisters, welcome to my channel. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe. This is Uncle Lenny. So this morning, guys, I have a very special guest. Let me let her introduce herself to you guys. Mama, you are welcome to my channel.
Thank you so much. So my name is Veronica Turner. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I'm a digital freelancer.
All right. So guys, today, the reason why we are here, you know, my channel is to highlight every businesses, every talent. But we are so blessed in our community because we have one of our own entrepreneurs who is going to give us so much into a line of insurance. That's the reason why we are sitting down over here. Mama, please tell us a little bit about insurance.
Okay, perfect. So there are different types of insurance, and I specifically affiliated with a company that sells term life insurance.
Term life insurance.
Yeah. So there's a difference. There's whole life and there's term life. I specifically sell, well, we don't sell. I introduce to families the importance of having a term life insurance.
So brothers and sisters, before she goes into details, I want you to know that this is the topic which all of us will have to take a pause and pay attention so much. I've been around and I've signed up life insurance, but even if I sign up for insurance, I don't even understand what is it that I'm signing up to. That's the reason why today I took time to making sure that we bring people that are specialized into life insurance.
Right.
That's the reason why Mama is sitting over here. And she has actually said a little bit that there's a term and long-term
life.
There's term and whole life insurance. So Mama, can you tell us, give us a difference between term insurance and whole life insurance before we continue?
Okay, so whole life is something that covers you your whole entire life until you retire, until you die. And there's also differences in that. There's what is called IUL, which is just part of life insurance, and the living benefit, which you accumulate cash value. But for what I'm affiliated with is term life, which is term life covers you part-time, in short term. It's something that's designed to cover you maybe 35 years, not long term. The reason we do term life is because the company that I'm affiliated with, which is Primerica, we do part-time and invest the difference. So what that means is that instead of putting all your money into insurance, life insurance, you get part of that money, pay for your life insurance, and then part of that money invested in an account such as the Roth IRA. Why is that important? That means that you are covered if you live too long or if you die too soon. So insurance is part-time that covers you if you die too soon and your family benefits. Roth IRA covers you if you live too long and you retire, you need money to live on. So instead of you depending on the life insurance money, you are self-insured by the money that you have invested yourself. Yeah, so there's a difference. So you may say, well, you have a 401k. Yes, 401k is good. 401k, I really can't go much into that because I'm not licensed into that part of investment. But from my personal investment, experience is that the 401k, you actually borrow money from your own account. So the difference of 401k and Roth IRA is that the Roth IRA is the money that is available to you right now. You can access if you want it, but it's your money. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You take it out, you don't pay any taxes on it because you already paid taxes ahead of time. But we don't know that. So our company, we educate families the importance of having those two rather than just putting all your money into life insurance, because you should enjoy the money while you're still here, So why wait until it matures after how many years to get it and use it?
Wow.
Yeah.
So brothers and sisters, I'm learning so much. Instead of just investing all your money into your insurance, you can invest that money, but at the same time you have an access to cash out of it. But this is a serious topic. where we come from, we don't talk much about death. Death, when you talk about death, it's something that is big or something like that. But we are here now.
Right.
It says when you're in Rome, you do what the Romans are doing.
Right.
That's the reason why, guys, we wanted to talk about life insurance, and this is a must-have document.
Right.
This is a must-have issue in our lives.
Right.
We shouldn't depend on a GoFundMe when we die. It's important to prepare a little bit, and the good part is that you can buy life insurance, but at the same time, you can invest that same money. So don't wait until you die and the people they use it to bury you, but you can invest into the insurance, but at the same time, you can have an access to invest into another businesses.
Right.
Mama, you're telling us more. What is the importance? Are you encouraging families to buy life insurance?
Yes, I am definitely encouraging families to buy insurance because, like I said before, insurance covers you both ways. If you live too long or if you die too soon. However, you have to know what's best for your family and for yourself, what you want. Like I said, me, I chose to do term life because I understood the benefit of me having the death benefit, which will cover my family. Should something happen to me or should something happen to any of my families, we are covered. We won't have to depend on family members and GoFundMe. I mean, those things are good. We are supposed to help one another, but it reduces the burden on the people that have to help your family to bury you or bury your loved one. So this is actually gives a relief to both parties, the family and the community. Yeah, so I definitely encourage all of us who have come to the knowledge of this information, get life insurance, decide what works for you. If you want to get the whole life or you want to get the term life, it's your choice. Both benefits work out somehow. But look at it, get an informed decision. I mean, you get informed about the product that you are buying into and know really if it's gonna benefit you or it's not gonna benefit you. So it's a must.
It's a must. So brothers and sisters, these are the topics, or this is the issues that we need to speak, or we need to be speaking in our own home, in our own community. We have started and we are going to talk about it. We are going to advocate for each family in our community to have life insurance. Because you see, life insurance, it's important. It's more like you are driving a car without no insurance. You never know when you're going to involve yourself in an accident. You never know when you're going to need that insurance. And here in America, it's a must that if you drive, you need to have a life. You have to have a car insurance. It's the same with us. That no matter what, we don't know what tomorrow holds for us. So it's very important to making sure that we buy life insurance, to make it easier for our loved ones and the community, as she said it, that in case something happens tomorrow, you are lessening up the burden. We just have to do it. We just have to have it. My sister, I have one question.
Yes.
Supposing we are as a group, like say we are as a group of people, can you insure us as a group?
Okay, so a group cannot be formed to get for the purpose of insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, but an individual, a company or an individual can buy insurance, but you can't form a group to get insurance.
We can form a group.
No.
I'll give you an example. Say like Zampit. Say it's an association. Can an association buy insurance as a organization?
An organization, because to be insured, it has to be a person.
It has to be a person.
Yeah, an organization cannot buy insurance, but a person can. So if supposing you get insurance for the organization, then you would have to have, everybody have, because it's not like a company, like a job. They have what they have designed as a group insurance because it's for their company.
Okay.
So how that works is that it covers you while you're working. But if something should happen to you while you're working, the company is the beneficiary. So as a group, you cannot form, to get insurance, but as an individual you can, or as a business, because the purpose of that is you are insuring yourself if something should happen to that person. You don't cover the loss. The insurance covers the loss.
So in short, the community comes in just to be an advocate, telling almost everyone to buy their personal life insurance. All right. So, so brothers and sisters, this is what I'm learning. It's important. just to have it. I'm very sure that from here, I need to call her, that I can sign up so that I can insure my family too. Because you see, the problem is that I have life insurance from work, but I didn't know what that means.
Right.
I was just taught this is life insurance. But to have her to break it down into easiest term, it's a blessing. That's the reason why we have to take advantage of our professionals within our community. Let's find time with them to speak, to tell us what is it that we need to do. Especially in our time, we can't afford to live without no life insurance.
Right.
So what are we supposed to be look out in case I go to a job and then they drop so many papers. This is papers for life insurance. What is it exactly that I have to be on the lookout to say this is good for my family?
Right. You have to, a lot of times we don't read the fine print. So you have to look into at the end of it all, is what they are telling you going to benefit you in the long run? Or are they telling you, because as people who sell things or people who advertise things, we're going to tell you the thing that we think you want, thing that sounds good. But at the end of the day, don't just quickly sign up. Take time to read and see the clauses that are in there. I'll give you an example. So like Primerica, remember 9/11?
Yes.
When 9/11 happened, a lot of families who had certain insurances, they had an act of war clause in their policies. But probably the families did not know that.
Yes.
So when the president at the time declared that act as act of war, it allowed those companies not to pay the death claims, because in insurances, certain clauses prevent you from accessing that money because of what they have designed. But you wouldn't know that unless you looked at your papers. So Primerica was one of the companies that paid about $10 million to 45 family members because we don't have the act of war clause in our policies. So that's why we educate families. Okay, think about insurance is not meant to be long term, in my opinion. Insurance is meant to be short term, especially people who are like me who have younger children. It's for you to cover yourself and your children and up until they are old enough to get their own insurances, you see. But I think that there's a misconception on all this information because of not knowing. You know, so when you know, you begin to make an informed decision. And I'm proud to be able to partner with a company that is helping us, or a lot of people, a lot of families know this information. Because to me, it makes sense. Buy term, invest the difference. So, like some insurances, they cost maybe $300 a month, but term life is cheaper.
Okay.
Which, when let's say you budget $300.
Yes.
You take $100, you put it towards your insurance. $200 you invest it in the Roth, and that matures. And so there's what's called a rule of 72. Have you heard of that?
No.
So a rule of 72 is that they take the money that the time, then they multiply it by the percentage. So let's say, for example, you have $10,000. There's different companies that are investing at different rates. There's 3%, 6%, or 12%. So if you take that $10,000 and invest it at 3%, it will take you what, like 24 years to double.
To double, yes.
To get to 20,000. So now, if you put it in a vehicle that, let's say it gives you an interest rate of 9-12%, it will take you how, like less than 24 years.
24 years.
Yeah,
yes.
to double. And so this is why Primerica is educating families. Instead of putting all your money in the insurance, take part of that and put it in a vehicle that's going to grow it and multiply it in a shorter time. So you will be self-insured when you retire. So you have your money to retire on instead of depending on Social Security, because in the near years, Social Security will be depleted. There won't be any Social Security for baby boomers or the ones that are in college now.
Wow.
So let's get smart. Let's learn how money works and protect ourselves.
Wow. So my sister, I know we have people that says, look, I'm still young, I'm strong. I don't need life insurance. what message do you have for people like that? That says, I'm okay, I don't
Well,
need this.
I would say if you have family members, you
Mhm.
have loved ones, you need insurance, because even if you are young, if something should happen to you, your family will have to help to, bury you or take care of you and stuff like that. So you need to have insurance for yourself for the sake of your loved ones.
Mhm.
But if you think you don't want, then save up money so that if something would happen to you, people can easily just access that money and bury you.
Mhm.
And you lessen the burden.
Mhm.
I think the whole point is that to reduce the amount of time family members have to struggle finding ways to bury you. I
Mhm.
think that's worth for anyone to do.
So my sister, I have one more question. I'm going to take you back a little bit. When you gave us an example, say you have a $300
Mhm.
and then you decided to take, you took a $200 and invested it into RIA,
A Roth IRA.
Roth RIA. At what, do you have any stipulated time on which someone else can have an access to that money, or?
No.
the-
You don't. When you, like I said, I can't really talk much about that because I'm not licensed in
Yeah,
that investment area, but using my personal experience
Yes.
is that if you open a Roth IRA today,
Mhm.
you put in $10,000.
Yes.
Tomorrow you change your mind, you say you want to take it out, you can take it out, no penalty.
Okay.
The only penalty that's there is for 10% that they charge you for taking out the money
Mm.
early.
Okay.
That's it. There's no taxes because once you put the money in, you've already paid the taxes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can start investing in Roth IRA as small as $25 a month,
Okay.
and then increase if you want to.
Okay.
You can still have both your 401k and your Roth IRA, but they function differently.
Function
Yeah.
differently. Yeah. So now let's talk about the premiums.
Yes.
About your company.
Yes.
How are the premiums?
The premiums are low
Okay.
because they also depend on your age.
Okay.
But it will, like I said, it's you buy term and you invest the difference. So they're never gonna go very high that you can't afford.
Okay.
So term life is the least affordable, insurance that anyone can have. If you don't want to, you can afford to get the high cost of other insurances, go term, just start term, because anyone can start as low as $25,
Mhm.
depending on the age. So, like for me, I would say $45. I pay like $56 actually for my insurance, and I'm covered for the next 35 years.
Wow.
Yeah. If I live too long past that age,
Mm.
I'm still covered because I have the other investment to fall on.
Mm.
You see.
Mm.
So that's the benefit.
So let's talk about the requirements.
Mhm.
Do they need to go for medical tests, or do they need, or you just
No.
have to buy without no health questions?
There's not too many health questions. The only health question is if you're set a certain age, weight, then, or if you're on certain medications,
Mm.
then they would have to determine whether they do need to do a medical exam or not. But so far, I haven't encountered anyone who's needed to do a medical exam.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there isn't too many requirements. You can sign up today and you get approved tomorrow. You don't even have to wait a long process because thankfully to the digital world that we're living in, everything is quick.
Mm.
So there's no much requirement other than if you have a certain health condition.
Conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, brothers and sisters, this is important. I don't know how much I can emphasize it, but we just have to come to a point where we have to understand how the system works in these developed countries. That we cannot just afford to live without no insurance. And there are so many. My sister, I found a situation where one of our friends passed away, but when we went to go and claim for that insurance, they were giving us all these kind of excuses that they couldn't even pay,
Right.
even if the body was still in the funeral home.
Right.
Why are we finding in a situation where the body is there, we pay the premiums, and then eventually the insurance turn around and say, we cannot pay you?
Right.
Does it mean we signed something which was wrong or what?
Well, I'm not really sure about that scenario, but I would say that, like we talked before, that when we are signing these papers, we need to really read the fine print, because there's always some clauses in there that we skip through. Sometimes they'll say, oh, just sign, this says this and this and this. But we really should take time. So when you sign up for a life insurance policy, you have 10 days, which is called a free look period. That period, you look over every detail so that you don't get misinformed, because you end up being in those kind of situations. Obviously, there must have been some kind of information that they didn't know was in there, but because you didn't read, so you end up in those, like the example I gave earlier about the act of war clause. The families did not know probably that there was that in there. So, but when a rule was given, what's the easiest thing for the company to say? No, we cannot pay you because this was an act of war, you see. But yet you've been paying your premiums every month. So you've lost both your benefit and your time that you've been investing into that, thinking that you were covered. So it's very important to look over the information.
So brothers and sisters, I will encourage you that you have to find time to sit down with an expert, especially when you are looking at having life insurance. I am the person who knows that at one point we were in a position where we could not access the funds, even if the deceased were paying the premiums. Because the insurance, there are certain clauses that they put in. They are quick to just hand over the papers and you just sign. But today I've learned that they will give you 10 days, meaning I have 10 days which I can go through in those papers to know exactly what is it that I'm signing, so that when my time comes in, I shouldn't say I missed it or I do not understand. It's very important. I just learned today. Because when you're at work, they will give you maybe 15 minutes, you just sign. You don't even know what you are signing. You're going to find out when you are dead and said, no, we cannot pay you because you did not. Much as it looks like a laughing matter, but this is real life.
Yeah,
the issue that we are talking today, it's real life.
Right.
It's a topic that we need to sit down in our community, in our own families, that this, we should have it in our own home. Right. My sister, I know. I know that you are not, by the way, before we shift gears a little bit,
yes.
Do you have anything else for those people that are still speculative about getting life insurance?
Okay. Yeah, sure. So, like most of us, we're always on the fence on, because it's something new, it's something foreign. I get it, I understand, but take time to sit down with anyone who is licensed, who can give you more details about it. And if you come to me and I can give you more details than you want, I'm always open to sit you down with my coaches, the representatives that I'm affiliated with, who are more experienced in what I'm doing, to give you even more details in the ins and outs of the things that you may be fearful about. But it's okay to be scared to try something new, but once you take a step to try it, you'll be surprised at the knowledge, the revelation, we would say, that you would find, So don't be scared. Take a step, sit down, cover yourself, cover your family, because this is good. This is good stuff.
So thank you so much. So my sister, I know, before I let you go, I know you have some other ventures into businesses. There are certain business ventures that you are doing besides life insurance. Brothers and sisters, that's how blessed we are this morning to have this madam, because she's specialized in so many things. Please tell my viewers, what are the businesses that you are venturing besides life insurance?
Okay. Well, thank you for that. But first, before I do, I want to tell you something. That's something that you have to do with it.
Okay.
So yesterday, I think this morning, as I was preparing myself, I remembered how I started all this journey about these other businesses I'm about to say. 2021, we were at a 21-day fasting.
21-day fasting.
Yeah, House of Transformation.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember. That was 2021.
2021.
Yeah, and one day you were ministering, and you were encouraging all of us to not hesitate on the thing that you want to do. Take a step. If it's a business you want to start, if it's whatever it is you want, you were speaking in those lines, and I took action from that.
Amen.
I never had a chance to tell you, but the Holy Spirit reminded me this morning. I took action on that, and I took on a business that was so different from what everybody's doing.
Wow.
From the time I arrived in America, I've always had a desire for anything to do with computers.
Computers.
So I've always been digging around the computer on the internet trying to find something. So when you share that message, I was prompted to see this thing that I was putting off. So a little backstory from that, my husband sent me a clip one time. He said, look at this, ad. I think this is something you might be interested in doing.
Wow.
Because, this is the stuff you like. So I did. I
Wow.
watched that video. I didn't finish the video. I took action. I signed up for the webinar. It was
Wow.
a 3 days course. I signed up and I attended, and they showed us all these different things and how you can create a business from scratch, from nothing.
Wow.
All just by using the internet. So I learned the skills of building websites, building funnels, teaching people how to use your social media pages and stuff like that, how to do email marketing, and how to be an affiliate for any company. If you've heard on YouTube, an affiliate, I learned all that. You see, I'll give you a tip. On Amazon, if you've ever seen something online and you liked it and you bought that thing, guess what? It was someone who's like me sitting at home, plugging in those things for you to buy, and they're making money. They're generating income right at home. So I took a journey of being a digital freelancer, digital marketer, which means I promote different businesses online, and when people purchase those products, I earn a living. So I quit my job to focus on this, and in adding on to the, becoming a life licensed agent.
Brothers and sisters, right now, it's something that I have to take a pause. You remember what she said? It was spoken in 2021. I didn't even remember. I couldn't even recall.
You didn't even know.
I didn't even know. But sometimes we have to take a step. As she said it, she was sitting on her gift. All these years, she said she was in America. Until in 2021, the voice came in to say, take a step. And she did. Yeah. And here she is, a marketer. She has ventured into businesses. So in case you're looking to build your own website, we have our own.
Right.
In case you want to do business with Amazon,
right,
she will help you to go through that kind of knowledge behind the scene. I mean, we have to try by all means to do away with this kind of being employed. She has just told us she quit her job and stay at home to help you.
Don't do what I did. Until you know what to do.
Until you know. Don't forget, don't hesitate to come out in the box and try new things. That's the reason why this morning I was so grateful to have this madam. Because I know there are people like me who was wondering, how can I start this? How can I plan? As usual, we have a community that is looking to build a website. Right. So I said, well, thank God we have our madam who can help us to walk through those lines.
Right.
So in case I don't know what you're looking for or what you're planning to do, we live in the world of technology. Yeah. We have our own which you can call. My sister, what's your phone number? So in case people wants to get hold of you.
Sure. My phone number is 412-320-3635. You can also find me on Facebook, moneyhack.com, or just Veronica Turner. You'll find me. I have links everywhere. So also, I'd like to invite you, if you want to learn about how you can become a life license agent. I am currently, welcoming people to join my team so we can build our own community, right here in Pittsburgh or outside the Pittsburgh area. The beauty of that is that you're not limited to your location. It's in the entire United States. You can work from anywhere. You can partner with people from all kind of states. So that's the beauty of it. And then also, if you want to learn how to become an affiliate, how to sell product. If you have a product, you don't know how to set it up, I can help you with that. If you want to grow advertise yourself on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, or Pinterest, I can show you how you can plug in all these things and what tools to use to help you grow your business. So,
does it come with a cost?
Of course, there's always a cost. There's always something. So I'm willing to help with not breaking your bank.
So brothers and sisters, she is very much open to say she's willing to help without not breaking the bank. Please don't hesitate. In most cases, they're saying information is power. And we are so blessed in our community because we have all these professionals in our own community. And I didn't know that one of us has invested into life insurance and all this kind of technology.
Right.
We are wondering who can help us to do this and who can help us to do that.
Right.
But we are blessed to have my sister. Do you have any last message as we conclude to our viewers? What message do you have for them?
Okay, so my last message I would say is that I would use the same example I just gave, how I took action. A lot of times we are afraid to make a change because we don't know what's going to happen. But tell you what, just do it. So if you are successful or you are not successful at that thing, so you know you've learned something. You just add to your life. Life is about learning, giving value and community and stuff like that. So I would say, if you have a gift, just like he encouraged me, or if you have a passion or a desire to do something, don't wait around, don't sit around, don't overthink it. Don't think about how it's going to happen, how it's going to change. Just take a step and do it, and you'll be amazed. So that's what I can say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters. Uncle Lenny is on the move to making sure that we pick up every talent. Uncle Lenny is in the move to making sure that we sit down with the professionals so that they can give out as much information as we can. The honors is on ours to take that step. As she said it.
The ball is in your hands.
The ball is in your hands. You shouldn't say, I didn't know. But now you know. You have people you can call. Now you know that it's important to have life insurance.
Right.
My sister, thank you so much for
Thank
appearing
you.
on Uncle Lenny's channel.
No, thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're
Yes.
welcome.